Okay everyone, I'm going to try and make this pretty short because if I make it long it's going to take forever to upload, but these are Grandma's scrapbooks I've been working on. It took me about 6 months to finish because I had to do a lot of photo restoration work in them and write down all the memories, but I want to do a quick flip through of all the pages and show you how they turned out. I still have 2 photos left to finish, but the album's pretty much like 98.5% done. But I worked in with the photos, memory blocks, as I call them. They're basic journaling blocks where I wrote down my favorite memory. And every one of them starts with I remember. Basically, this is how it turned out. I did it in a pocket style scrapbook. Sorry if I'm turning the pages kind of quick. I want to make sure I get this in a pretty decently short video. But yeah, I got really lucky with how many photos I had to work with. I believe there was close to about 300 to 400 photos. And nearly every photo I came across actually made it into the albums. The only ones I left out are ones that were too dark or too blurry for me to work with. But almost every photo made its way in. Not to sound like I'm bragging, but these videos don't do the albums justice. If you live in the area, if you come to our my scrapbook events, I'll have these albums with me. So if you want to see them up close and get inspiration to maybe work on your own albums, you can. I'll have them there. This is the second half of the album. Basically starts with when Grandma became a mom and she was pregnant with my mom. A lot of times in a scrapbook, when I couldn't find embellishments to match the memory blocks, I created my own, like the little cow in the corner. That's a long story, but it totally works. But I was not hesitant to create my own embellishments, like those as are photos of Grandma's albums, and that memory block I'm talking about, how she used to like to flip through her photo albums. That's me. I like this one. This page. I have photos of this memory block on my wall, but the background stands out from everything else because it's kind of dark green. That background paper, the mat, was made from wrapping paper that Grandma would actually wrap me and my brother's Christmas presents in. And I just sprayed them with Make It Acid Free so it'd be safe for the photo. And somewhere in this album I actually have a photo mat made from the wallpaper of Grandma and Grandpa's kitchen. But I can't remember which page it was on. I probably passed it already. And that's the end of the photos. And then I call this, sorry, I call this her hobby page. Basically, it's the things that she really enjoyed to do. She liked to write down her favorite scriptures from the Bible. She had this similar picture of Jesus in her bedroom. She liked chocolate and so on and so on. She obviously liked to take pictures. And in this envelope, I'm trying to figure out a good way of decorating, but this has the letter that, an original copy of a letter that she wrote to one of her girlfriends. And this is in Grandma's original handwriting. She liked to take words and then try to see how many words she could make out of that word. And this is double-sided. She did find about like 150 words that she could make out of the word Washington. It was her favorite. And they're all words. She used to use a dictionary when she did this. I call this the In Memory Of page. It has her obituary from the newspaper, her little, I don't know what you call those, pamphlets from the funeral. And this has a CD that I burned the songs that me and my brother played for her at her funeral. And, yeah, this page always needs explaining. Grandma used to, she really liked chocolate, and whenever she had a new candy bar that she had never had before, she would carefully take up the wrapper and preserve it into one of those magnetic photo albums. And so I wanted to do that as the last page of the scrapbook. I think Grandma would like to know that now her pages of these scrapbooks smell like chocolate. And this is a DVD that I burned that has all the digital copies of anything in the album. Not only the photos, the before and afters from when I photo retouched them, but anything that went into this album I personally scanned painstakingly. Like, let me go back to the original page. Like those, the coat of arms and her birth certificate. Before I put them in the album, I wanted to make sure I had them scanned in and preserved. I highly recommend that to anyone that's wanting to do a project similar to this, because you never know what's going to happen to the original, and you want to make sure you have that backed up. But yeah, this is how the scrapbooks turned out. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, guys.